Most men think their first luxury watch needs to scream wealth. It doesn't. It needs to whisper respect. Today I'm revealing the 10 best first luxury watches for men, timepieces that signal quiet confidence, not loud money. Stay until the end. The number one choice will surprise you. Before we begin, if you value substance over hype, consider subscribing. And if this video helps you, a like tells YouTube to show it to more men who appreciate timeless style. The right watch doesn't announce your success. It simply aligns your outer presence with the man you've become. But here's the critical part. Choosing wrong creates doubt. You'll second guess every time you wear it. Choosing right, you'll reach for it instinctively, wear it with natural confidence, and years later, still feel you made the perfect decision. That's the difference we're after. Today, I'm sharing 10 luxury watches that earn respect without trying. Pieces that hold their value, look appropriate everywhere, and never feel like you're overreaching. And at the end, the one watch collectors and experts consistently call the smartest first purchase. Once you hear why, you'll never forget it. Let's begin. Number 10. Tag Heuer Carrera. There's something magnetic about the Carrera's clean, purposeful dial. No unnecessary complications. No visual clutter. Just refined sports elegance that catches light beautifully without demanding attention. TAG Heuer built its reputation in motorsport, timing Formula One races, pushing the boundaries of precision under extreme conditions. That racing heritage isn't just marketing. It's engineered into every Carrera, giving you Swiss chronograph excellence without the intimidating price of its competitors. When you wear a Carrera, you're signaling something specific. You appreciate performance, but you're not flashy about it. You value function as much as form. You're the man who drives well, not the man who talks about his car. The model to consider? The Carrera Caliber 5 with a silver or blue dial. You're looking at roughly $3,000 to $4,500 depending on configuration. Genuine Swiss automatic movement at a price point that won't make you nervous wearing it daily. Style it with tailored chinos and a blazer for dinner. Wear it with a crisp Oxford shirt on weekends. It transitions effortlessly from business meetings to casual Saturdays because it never tries too hard in either direction. Why it's perfect for your first luxury watch? It delivers authentic Swiss watchmaking, recognizable heritage, and versatile styling, all while staying approachable. You won't feel like you're wearing someone else's watch. You'll feel like you finally found yours. But if you want something with even deeper horological respect, number 9 carries a story that spans generations. Number 9. Longines Master Collection. The Longines Master Collection has a presence that feels like old wealth. Understated, refined, impossibly elegant. The dial proportions are perfect. The applied indices catch light with subtle sophistication. Everything about it whispers good taste. Longines has been crafting timepieces since 1832, making them one of Switzerland's oldest watchmakers. They've timed Olympic Games, equipped explorers, and dressed the wrists of aviation pioneers. This isn't a brand chasing trends. It's a brand that helped define what luxury watchmaking means. Wearing a master collection says you understand quality doesn't need to announce itself. You're the man who appreciates fine dining without needing the loudest restaurant. You value substance, legacy, and things done right. The standout model? The Master Collection Automatic with the clean white dial and date window. Expect to invest between $2,000 and $3,500. Remarkable value for a Swiss automatic with this level of finishing and heritage. Pair it with a charcoal suit for formal occasions. It elevates without competing. Wear it with dark denim and a cashmere sweater on weekends. It adds refinement to relaxed style. This watch makes everything you wear look more considered, more intentional. Why start here? Because Longines gives you legitimate horological pedigree and timeless design without the premium you'd pay for more hyped brands. It's the watch that makes other watch enthusiasts nod in approval. You've chosen wisely, and it shows. Next up is a watch that proved German engineering could rival Swiss perfection, and did it with ruthless precision. Number 8. Oris Aquis Date. The Oris Aquis has an honest, capable beauty. It's a true dive watch, built to descend 300 meters underwater, but it wears with surprising elegance on land. The ceramic bezel gleams. The dial has depth and dimension. There's nothing pretentious about it, yet it commands respect instantly. Oris has remained proudly independent since 1904, refusing to join the luxury conglomerates. They focus entirely on mechanical watches, crafting reliable Swiss movements without cutting corners. This independence means they answer to craftsmanship, not shareholders, and you feel that integrity on your wrist. An Aquis wearer is a man who values authenticity over status symbols. You appreciate tools built properly, whether that's a watch, a knife, or a car. You're grounded, capable, unpretentious, but never careless about quality. Consider the Aquis date 43.5 millimeters in the classic black or striking blue dial. You're investing approximately $2,200 to $2,800. Exceptional value for a Swiss-made automatic diver with this build quality and movement reliability. Style it with everything. Seriously. Navy blazer and chinos? Perfect. Leather jacket and boots? Absolutely. Business suit? It works. The Aquis is one of those rare luxury watches that genuinely goes anywhere without feeling out of place or trying too hard. Why this for your first? Because it teaches you what real watchmaking feels like: solid, reliable, beautifully finished, without the inflated pricing of hyped brands. It's the watch you'll still appreciate a decade from now when trends have faded. But number 7 takes versatility to an entirely different level. One watch that truly does it all. Number 7. Tudor Black Bay 58. The Black Bay 58 has a vintage soul wrapped in modern reliability. The proportions are flawless. 39 millimeters feels right on any wrist. The gilt details and snowflake hands give it character without gimmicks. It's simultaneously classic and contemporary, which is remarkably difficult to achieve. Tudor was born from Rolex in 1946, created to offer the same Swiss precision at more accessible prices. Today, Tudor stands independently with manufacturer movements and design vision that's distinctly its own. You're getting Rolex's sister brand. Same standards, different personality. A Black Bay 58 owner is confident enough to choose substance over logos. You don't need the crown on your wrist to feel accomplished. You appreciate heritage, understand value, and wear watches for yourself, not for recognition from strangers. The model to pursue? The Black Bay 58 in black or navy. Budget around $3,800 to $4,200, positioning it as serious value considering the in-house movement, build quality, and the fact that it holds resale value better than most watches in this range. Wear on the fabric strap for weekends, rolled sleeves, casual confidence. Swap to the bracelet for work. Suddenly, it's boardroom appropriate. Throw it on leather for dinner dates. Instant sophistication. Few watches transition this seamlessly across contexts. Why begin with this? The Black Bay 58 is the watch that grows with you. It never feels like a starter piece, even when you own far more expensive watches later. It earns permanent wrist time through sheer excellence. Coming next is a watch worn by presidents, explorers, and men who quietly shaped history. Number 6. Grand Seiko SBGA 211 Snowflake. The Snowflake dial stops people mid-conversation. It's textured like windswept snow, catching morning light. Mesmerizing, alive, utterly unique. The Zaratsu polishing on the case creates mirror-sharp edges that rival anything Switzerland produces. This is Japanese watchmaking at its philosophical peak. Grand Seiko emerged in 1960 with one obsessive goal: create the world's most precise and beautiful watches. They succeeded. Their spring drive movement, a hybrid of mechanical and quartz, achieves accuracy Swiss brands can't match, with a seconds hand that glides like silk instead of ticking. Wearing a snowflake reveals you're a man who does his research. You don't follow the crowd. You appreciate craftsmanship wherever it originates, whether Zurich or Tokyo. You value innovation and precision over heritage snobbery. The iconic model is the SBGA 211 Snowflake, with its stunning textured dial and titanium case. Expect to invest $5,800 to $6,500, positioning it as a significant purchase, but one that delivers finishing quality far beyond its price point. Pair it with tailored gray or navy suits. The titanium case keeps it light and comfortable all day. Wear it with dark trousers and a fine knit sweater for refined casual style. It reads as sophisticated and thoughtful in every context without ever feeling showy. Why start here? Because Grand Seiko teaches you that luxury isn't about Swiss geography. It's about obsessive attention to detail and technical mastery. Once you see this dial in person, you'll understand why collectors call it a masterpiece. But number 5 carries a legacy that literally changed watchmaking forever. and it's still relevant today. Weary halfway through, and the next 5 watches get even more compelling. If you're finding this helpful, tap like and subscribe. It helps other men discover real guidance instead of marketing hype. And don't leave before number 1. It's the watch you'll actually end up buying. Let's continue. Number 5. Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra. The Aqua Terra balances elegance and capability with effortless grace. The horizontal teak deck pattern on the dial evokes yacht decking. Subtle, sophisticated, distinctive. The slender case profile means it slides under a shirt cuff beautifully, yet it's water-resistant to 150 meters. It's the watch equivalent of a perfectly tailored linen suit. Omega has been defining watchmaking excellence since 1848. They've been to the moon, timed the Olympics for decades, and equipped James Bond. But the Aqua Terra isn't about action hero fantasy. It's about understated daily luxury executed at the highest level. An Aqua Terra wearer is a man who's arrived but never announces it. You're equally comfortable at the yacht club or the hardware store. You appreciate beautiful objects that also function flawlessly. You wear success lightly. Target the Aqua Terra 150M in 38mm or 41mm, depending on your wrist size. The gray, blue, or silver dial all work beautifully. You're investing $5,500 to $6,500, serious money, but for a watch that legitimately works in every situation life throws at you. Style it with a summer suit and no tie. Perfect. Wear it with shorts and a polo on vacation. It doesn't diminish. Pair it with a tuxedo at a wedding. Completely appropriate. This is the one watch collection for men who refuse to overthink their mornings. Why this for your first? Because the Aqua Terra proves luxury doesn't require compromise. It's sporty without being casual, dressy without being fragile, distinctive without being loud. Next is a watch that's been on more important wrists than any other timepiece in history. Number 4. JLC Master Control. The Master Control possesses a quiet authority that's almost difficult to articulate. The dial is pristine, perfectly balanced indices, elegant sword hands, flawless proportions. Nothing screams. Everything whispers mastery. It's the watch equivalent of a perfectly aged single malt. Refined, complex, appreciated by those who know. JLC, founded in 1833, is what watchmakers call a manufacturer. They create nearly every component in-house, including their legendary movements. They've supplied movements to Patek Philippe, Vacheron Constantin, and Audemars Piguet. This isn't just a luxury brand. This is watchmaking royalty. A Master Control owner understands the difference between expensive and valuable. You don't need logos or hype. You wear watches for the movement inside, the craft behind the dial. You're the man who orders wine by region, not by price, because you've done the homework. Consider the Master Control date or calendar with a silver dial. Budget $7,000 to $9,500, depending on complications. Positioning this as an investment in horological excellence that insiders immediately recognize and respect. Wear it with charcoal flannel trousers and a cashmere sweater. Understated wealth. Pair it with a 3-piece suit for important meetings. It signals serious credibility. Keep it on leather straps for versatility, switching between black and brown depending on your outfit's formality. Why begin here? Because JLC represents the point where you stop buying watches for others and start buying them for yourself. It's the brand serious collectors never outgrow, no matter how deep their collection becomes. But the top 3? These are the watches that define what a first luxury purchase should be. Number 3. Cartier Santos. The Santos is iconic in a way few watches ever achieve. That square case with exposed screws, it's instantly recognizable across a room. The railroad track minute markers. The blue sword hands. Every element feels intentional, confident, timeless. This isn't just a watch. It's a design legend. In 1904, Louis Cartier created the Santos for his aviator friend Alberto Santos Dumont, making it arguably the first men's wristwatch ever designed. Over a century later, it still looks forward-thinking. That's not heritage. That's immortality. Wearing a Santos declares you appreciate design as much as mechanics. You understand that true luxury can be playful, artistic, unconventional. You're cultured enough to wear jewelry without apology, masculine enough that nobody questions it. The model to pursue? The Santos medium or large in steel or two-tone steel and gold. Expect $7,500 to $10,000 plus. Significant investment territory, but this is a watch that transcends trends and holds value remarkably well. Style it boldly. Navy blazer and white shirt. The Santos makes it memorable. Black turtleneck and tailor trousers. Suddenly you're dangerously stylish. Even casual wear, dark denim and a leather jacket. The Santos elevates everything without clashing. Why this earns the bronze medal? Because the Santos teaches you that luxury watches can have personality, history, and artistic vision. It's sophisticated without being stuffy, distinctive without being desperate for attention. It's the watch that makes people ask, "What are you wearing?" And that's a compliment. Number 2 is the watch that changed dive watches forever, and it's still the standard everyone else chases. Number 2, Rolex Oyster Perpetual. The Oyster Perpetual is pure Rolex, stripped of date windows, complications, and distractions. What remains is perfect proportions, bulletproof engineering, and that unmistakable presence. The dial colors are vibrant yet refined. The bracelet feels like liquid steel. Everything about it radiates quality you can feel. Rolex invented the waterproof watch case in 1926, the automatic rotor in 1931, and has spent nearly a century perfecting what luxury durability means. This isn't fashion. This is engineering excellence refined across generations until nothing remains but absolute certainty. An Oyster Perpetual wearer has made it, but doesn't need to prove it. You chose Rolex not for status, but because you wanted the watch that simply works forever. You respect legacy, demand reliability, and appreciate that some classics exist for good reason. Focus on the Oyster Perpetual 36mm or 41mm in teal, silver, or black dial. Investment range, $6,000 to $7,500 at retail, though demand often pushes prices higher. This is the accessible Rolex that's still genuinely Rolex in every way that matters. Wear it everywhere. Boardroom, beach, black tie, backyard barbecue. The Oyster Perpetual doesn't care, and neither should you. It's the tool watch that happens to be luxury, or the luxury watch that happens to be a tool. Why silver medal? Because this is where Swiss watchmaking, brand recognition, and investment value converge perfectly. It's the watch non-collectors recognize and collectors respect equally. But number 1? It's the watch every expert tells you to buy first. And once you understand why, you'll never question it. Now we arrive at number 1. Ask any watch collector what someone should buy first, and most will give you the same answer. It's the watch that appears in every essential collection list. The watch that holds its value better than almost anything else in its price range. It's not the flashiest. It's not the cheapest. But it's the one you'll never regret. It works in every situation. It pairs with everything. And decades from now, when trends have cycled through twice, this watch will still look absolutely perfect on your wrist. Here it is. Number 1. Rolex Submariner. The Submariner is the answer. Not because it's trendy. It's been the answer for 70 years. Not because it's cheap. It's not. But because it represents the single most balanced combination of design, durability, recognition, and value retention in all of luxury watchmaking. Introduced in 1953 as a professional dive tool, the Submariner defined what a sports watch should be. That rotating bezel, those luminous markers, the Oyster case that laughs at water, shocks, and time itself. Rolex didn't just make a watch. They created an archetype every dive watch since has tried to imitate. Here's the investment reality. Submariners hold value better than almost any watch under $15,000. Some models appreciate. Even well-worn examples sell for strong percentages of retail. You're not just buying a watch. You're converting cash into wearable equity. Emotionally, the Submariner removes all doubt. You've chosen correctly. Every watch enthusiast knows it. Every occasion accepts it. You'll never look down at your wrist and wish you'd bought something else. Target the Submariner date or no date in black. Budget $9,000 to $10,500 for pre-owned, or join the wait list for retail at authorized dealers around $9,100 to $10,000. Wear with suits, jeans, tuxedos, swim trunks, literally everything works. The Submariner is the watch you put on and forget about because it's always appropriate. Final word? If you buy only one luxury watch in your lifetime, this is it. The Submariner isn't the safe choice. It's the right choice.